tiny house, small piping, solar stuff, buckets, and start putting stuff up here. That's the tin can. Something like that. Going out of a crazy ass cabin with the stuff from here on the land. Tiny house listings today I'm in here. Today I wanted to share some solar panels and 3 small. You can rent it out on Airbnb. Talk about incinerating to a fire, but so far we got a really love about this home already. You got the full size. And you have even the mod. Anyways, I'll show you a quick picture from the actual build. It'll be fun to see how much water we want to save. A lot of people who, if you're in a situation, so bonfire, as you can see, there you go, solar, my little cabin in the woods. Our tiny house is my full-time job. I feel like I've told this story so many times, but I get this question a lot in the comments here on this YouTube channel. And the question is, do I do tiny houses full-time? Way back in the day, way back in the day, and I've told the story again a lot of times, but 2008, yeah, is when I first learned about the concept of tiny houses through Tiny House Blog. And the guy who runs that blog, his name is Kent Griswold, and he ended up becoming my mentor originally because I reached out to him saying, hey, I'm planning on creating a marketplace for tiny houses, which at the time, true like tiny houses, there was only a handful of companies, probably less than a handful of companies. Now, of course, there are cabin building companies at the time, people that have been building small, tiny cabins for many years. But what people think of as like tiny houses in the modern day concept, there's only a handful of companies. So I finally reached out to Kent from Tiny House Blog, and I was like, look, I've been following your blog every day, and I've decided to create a marketplace for the tiny house movement, which at that time, I don't know if it really had a whole lot of movement behind it. So I said, look, Kent, if I write up a blog post, will you share the link to my website, Tiny House Listings, on your blog? And he was absolutely gracious and was like, sure. So when I shared that blog post, I think my Facebook fan reach went from like 3 to like 80 or something. And ever since then, it was just kind of snowballed. But yeah, you know, people talk about the concept of minimum wage, and I know that sounds good, minimum wage, but I can tell you with a business owner just starting out, trying to do an online business, there was no minimum wage. The first year that after I launched Tiny House Listings, I made about $1.73 per hour. But even so, about 6 months after I launched the website, I had money saved up from a previous business that I owned, and I went all in. I had a little 14-foot camper in my backyard that I would spend 18, 20 hours a day, every day, pushing the concept of a tiny house marketplace out to the internet. So ever since then, sometime in early, maybe late 2010, tiny houses have been my full-time career. And since then, I've had the opportunity to work with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of tiny house building companies, help them launch their business, help them get the word out there, promote their product, promote their models, promote their tiny houses for sale, and thousands of people that have had tiny houses, cabins, containers, whatever for sale, and tens if not hundreds of thousands of people who are interested in the concept of living in a tiny house and kind of hopefully doing our best to get them on the right path. And what's really funny is I have a lot of people say like, well, can I speak with someone for your support team or someone from your management team or someone? Still to this day, even though Tiny House Listings is the most visited tiny house resource in the world, it's still a one-man show, just me. So I make the joke, it's me, an iPhone, and an iMac. But that's about to change in 2019, different story, but we're about to hire some people full-time, get an office, and finally, I guess you could say, after almost a decade, become legit. So yeah, I have some super exciting things coming up for the tiny house world in 2019. So literally, I'm rolling out new updates to the website every day. iPhone apps coming soon, all kinds of cool stuff, different story. But yeah, tiny houses are not only my full-time job, they're my absolute passion. I wake up every morning super excited to see what a new builder has created, maybe new listings that have been put available on the site overnight while I was sleeping, getting to interact with people all over the world literally every single day. So yeah, I'm excited about the future of the tiny house movement. I think tiny houses have permeated culture so much to the degree that they're just a permanent housing category. So yeah, there you have it. Tiny houses are my full-time career. Just to answer your question, I do it for a living, full-time, and I'm super excited to keep doing this. I was looking at some of these videos I did the intro, and like I've been doing this on YouTube for quite a while now. I can like see how I've like aged over the years. I was looking at some of our stuff from like 2000 whatever, And I didn't have any gray on my chin beard. I got a couple of them now. But anyways, thanks for watching, and thanks for engaging in the daily videos that we're doing. It's been a full month. We have 11 months to go with our daily videos, and I have no idea how I'm going to make it. Lots of coffee, lots of caffeine, but either ways, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.